as you know about Aranya Agriculture Alternatives is the NGO, we do work with the farmers in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. In Telangana, like large scale farmers, farmers, producer organizations and farmers directly we work with it, and especially on different aspects, especially on the natural resource management, on permaculture, regenerative farming systems, water conservation and different aspects we do cover. But in this area biochar has word has been introduced by Dr. Sai Bhaskar Reddy. Like we have a very good association with since many years, I can say maybe 20 years, 95 onwards. So since then his books and his work, and we are also worked in the different projects in collaboration with. So but as such we have heard about it, but we have not practically implemented. But there is another person, is Satish Reddy. He is owner of the React company. So he also done the permaculture design course at Aranya. Maybe it's in 2014 or 15. After that, he went somewhere else. He has done so many things on the biochar also. So 3 years back, before COVID, I think, after the COVID, we started telling about what we can do about the soil. So in that aspect, always we are talking about the soil organic carbon and composting, how we can improve the soil health, and then if soil health is good, our health is good. These aspects we are continuously preaching and teaching and practicing. The practicing you can see here, not only in like practicing in my farm, at the same time how we can introduce with the communities also. So, while working with the communities, if you go into the detail, working with the communities, we could found so many aspects of it, especially if you start thinking about where the biomass, how we can collect, like where some of the people, even permaculture, those who did the permaculture course, and they used to ask where we can get the brown matter. So, how do we get the brown matter? So, like, I feel like sometimes strange, but this is something like we are in the like our fields, like our homes. Earlier it used to be so much of so many things we used to keep in the home. Now nobody is keeping anything in their homes, not even the food grains also. So everything is like buying and eating. Those who have farms also, those who are doing agriculture also, they are not preserving their food. They are buying, they are selling, they are producing and selling in the market. Again they are buying and eating. So, in this aspect, if you see, it's like everything is clean. Homes are clean, farms also clean. Even if you come to the field, any of the crop fields, except the crops like after the especially weedicides, this area I could say 3 years back weedicides introduced. Before that there is no weedicides, like weedicides. Earlier the amount of money which they take the loan for the weeding, so they used to spend lot of money for the weeding, especially in the pulses. So like once weedicides has come, like everybody is going for the weedicides, no organic carbon is available in the soils. So everything is clean. So after that rotavator mechanization has come. So rotavator they are just uh, tilling of the land and growing and using all kinds of fertilizers and pesticides and fungicides and pesticides. This is like a cycle of conventional practice is being happening. In this process, like also like people wanted to go like speed, like fast forwarding things. Like I want to take out the soya bean, then take out immediately I need to go for potato, take out immediately I can go for the sorghum. Like growing of the fast, and there is lot of pressure has been built on the soils. Like a soil has a capacity, so how we can improve the soil, nobody is thinking about how I can use a soil as a commodity, I can say as a commodity, like getting all the inputs from the market, investing in the soil and getting outputs, and we are doing the agri business, not even agriculture. So this is what happening. But in this process so many things has come out. This is the waste, like soya crop residue is waste, and then cotton is waste. Like this is, it means there is a, we observed a lot in this area, like everything is after the crop harvesting they are burning within a day's time, not even months. Like once they have harvested the crop, machine will come, harvest it, seeds will come out immediately. If it is a dried, if it is not wet also, they will just put the fire. So one is the soya, another one is a cotton, another one is a tuar. Tuar is the red crop. So these the crop residues are available entire this area. And also like being in the forest, there is so much of acacia coloceris is there, that was introduced by the forest department as a pulpwood. So that become invasive in the croplands also, because it's a propagation through seed air. Through air it is going and it has come into the farmers field. Farmers also like taking out, it's a become very laborious expensive affair, because we need to invest on the labor. Even tractors also cannot till back. The very strong wood, it won't even decompose. So in this aspect, so what we felt that there is so much of biomass is available, why can't we do? Then this friend Dr. Satish Reddy has come. So can we start something about the collection of biomass? So we can try with the biochar. He worked in the stoves, maybe in collaboration with Sai Bhaskar Reddy, I think. He worked in other places also, other countries also. So based on his experience, and we invited Sai Bhaskar Reddy to give the training on the biochar. So Sai Bhaskar Reddy and Satish Reddy and all of our team members has gone into the training and started with the small training, like how yesterday we have done in the small scale. So he has shown us different experiments and we started doing the different ways. So that's where our journey started. Like if you see, there is so much of biomass availability, especially in this kind of orchards. Maybe in Aranya farm last year we might have taken a pruning material of 11 to 12 tractor loads of it. And also the previous one, whatever is there outside on the boundaries, it is a tons of biomass is available, like wooden biomass is available. So entire thing we converted into the biochar. So also like you might have seen outside, if you want to buy, like those who are growing tomato, they want to buy the sticks. Sticks also they have to get from the market. So they want to clean their farms clean. Again they want to buy the sticks to support the tomato plants or bring any of the plants to to create the crates to grow the gourds. So this is the situation at the farming level. So in this process, if you see the so much of available, this is, we thought this is a big opportunity. And also like what are the things which we can go with the biochar? Already Sir Sai Bhaskar Reddy said, like which is going waste, don't go any crop for the biochar purpose. Like why we choose the cotton, what is the existing practice is the cotton stock is, so they don't even keep them at one place because it occupies a a big number of place, and also it cannot decompose immediately, it will take long time. So in this process, while decomposition also, the microbes will release the methane. So if you compare with that, like maybe he can correct, Sai Bhaskar Reddy can correct it if it is wrong to me. So in this process, whatever the methane it is being released, so if you compare with the biochar making, this is the better than, biochar is better than the composting process of the hardwood. So that is the least bad, it is going throwing out. And then coconut shells, it is going throwing out, it won't decompose for years together also. Like the hardwood, any of the orchards pruning material is the hardwood. All these things it will take long time to decompose. Hardy things we have chosen it. This is the farmers adopted the practices, like burning, like within a minute they used to burn. Like you just imagine, like last 15 years farmers, not only 50 years, 20, 25 years back cotton was there. Earlier that there is no cotton. When the cotton was introduced in this place, every year there is so much, like per acre it is 1 ton it is coming. 1 ton of biomass, just imagine. So what they are doing, just burning. If they burn it, how much they are getting out of it? It's like 3 to 4 kilos of ash they are getting out. Okay, so the ash it is in the field, but the same thing if you do it the biochar, it is coming around 250 kilos to 300 kilos. It means it is a sufficient for the at least half acre or quarter acre. So that is the practice we thought of doing something about it. So permaculture always believes in a problem is the solution. There is a problem, the solution will come within that. So when we started thinking about biochar, like cotton farms and how to collect the biomass from the field, and then how to convince the farmers, these things, like initially it's like throwing out that material, we want to collect it. Even that also sometimes they will ask us what we are going to do. So we told them biochar. So biochar, what word itself, they don't have any of understanding about it. And then we used to tell about the again ash, and then olden days, the traditional practice. We need to recollect to the communities what we are going to do. So the similarly biochar was introduced in the same place, but also like if you take the cotton or the woody, like in this farm, what we did was, when we have a large quantity of biomass, we made a trenches. We made a trenches, all the biomass material filled in the soil and covered it. And also we did the some hugel culture. It's not like a cheaper thing, it is very expensive affair. Bringing the JCB and making a trench, again putting all the cutting of biomass, keeping in that, it is expensive affair. And also the space, again it's a space. But after 1 year or 2 years, if you see the results, it is like something is mind blowing. I don't need to add anything next 10 years or 15 years. Even if you do it 1 meters, 2 meters height of the wood, if you cover it with the soil, I think next to the teak tree I have done in the 2007, by 2019 it is become a flat. 2 meters height become a flat. But 2 years time it has taken to convert into the carbon, and then availability of carbon is available. So these things, if I see all these experiences, I feel like biochar conversion is the easy method after doing the things. And I am not going into the theory part, already you know about it. So like first thing is what we did was, when you are once last year, before last year we did it, last crop season we have given to few samples to the farmers. Before we give it to the samples to the biochar to the farmers, we worried about it. Why? Because we don't have experience in it. And then also, like if it is a drought occurs, if the, because it's in black color, if the drought occurs, if it is a negative results comes, whatever our effort is, it's going to be bad. But that's why we are given few of the quantity and ask them to apply in the few lines. Okay, so in that few lines, but after we see the results, it is something like what we expected is different, what it has been in the seen in the farm is different. Like farmers are so happy, and now today morning also there are several farmers are calling. And to this year, now last year I applied for the chili, now I am preparing the soil for the chili, I want biochar, when are you giving? So like the change which they have seen, so they are asking for it. There is a demand was like seen the results, and they wanted to, again they wanted to apply. So the first year when we took the biomass from the farmers, what we did was, we paid 500 rupees for farmer per acre. It means 1 acre of biomass, so paid 500 rupees. And then we collected the biomass. Even to collection also it's an expensive affair, going to the JCB, bringing it and keep it in one place. And then by seeing the results, we wanted to say, like you are giving money, again buying, and like you see as the money is money, but you don't see what our efforts, our future thinking is how it is a local production, it should be go back to the soils and used in the local way, not even selling of outside. Wanted to do where the production is there, where in situ, the cyclic system it should go. That's what we don't want give the money. So that's what we are very clear enough. So if you like, even though if you, some people will ask for money now itself also, but we said, if the money it can, if I pay the money, if you give us 10 years also, you will be with the money only, you don't practice this. So that's what we decided, strictly don't go with the money. So per acre, a 50 kilos of charged biochar we are going to share with them. Okay, so rest of the 200 kilos, it is a expenses, like bringing the biomass, charging it and making it, it's also very expensive affair. It's all with the money. like management of so many things, it's not so easy practice. So if we invest that much, if it is succeed or not, we don't know, but tried. The person who has supported Viact company is a like he invested the money for this particular purpose. The first year results were given good results, and then farmers are so happy how it can be scaled it up. So this year around 1500 to 2000 acres biomass were collected, and biochar was made, and so many things experimented before we go scale it up. So many things I cannot say. In Shreyas and Vikram, and there is other team, Pranit Reddy and myself, Satish and Sai Bhaskar Reddy, and there are so many people are there. So Sai Bhaskar Reddy is the brain. Okay. So these one the operational, like financial, ground. So many expertise are required here. Don't think that just it will go like this. So one is the financial resource, one is the operational resource, one is the brain. So all these three things together evolved a project. Nirmal, I tried with the biomass, sir. There, okay. So after that, I have applied in Aranya farm. I applied. Then I saw the very good results, like especially in the vegetable. What Sai Bhaskar Reddy said. Initially, after the biochar, soaking into the Jivamrut and applied to the vegetables. Like and also I like do two, 3 beds. I applied the biochar. Few things I have not applied. I compared with those things. So wherever I applied the biochar, I could see the impact of it. The fast growth, early yields, and more yields. I could see. I have not done the calculation and document because I am so busy with many things. I have done, like exclusive person is required to do all those things. The documentation I have not done. Then the same thing once I see, then I wanted to, because this Aranya farm, it's like since 30 years I am doing ecological way. Anyway, microbes are good. And then what Satish said, maybe you will see best results where there is nothing is there. If you apply there, if you maybe get good results. So then I tried with the many farmers in Bedakanna village, around 20 to 30 farmers we apply, given small scale. I think one tractor. Last year, whatever has been produced, it is given on the free of cost to the farmers. So to application of small. Even the soya biomass, when you are collecting, we given the biochar, soya biomass were collected. So like that farmers are applied in the small scale, but they could able to see the results. So again, not documented yield and height like Sai Bhaskar did. So increases, like I have not documentation is important. When you talk about, like always the quantities are important, and always people will ask me what is your yield increase in the permaculture way. I'll say that when you are doing a farming, so I need to keep a person to account for it. Because even Aranya farm, they'll say how much is your yield. So every day is my yielding. How every day, if you start counting, every day I need to write a person, I need to keep a person to document it. So this is my yield. When I am calculating my yield, we'll also think about we have to give how much ecological care which we have taken. So that is also value for it. So all these things need to be considered while you are valuing, and as he said, scientifically if you want proven, so we need to have a documentation perfect. This much I can. No, short term we have seen, sir. Short term we have seen within the crop. Like if you apply the biochar, charged biochar for the even the small plant, I'll take you to the show you the mint which I planted in the biochar, mint which I planted in the container. You can see the difference. Like I'll take out the roots and I'll show you now. There is a difference, definitely. There is a growth is different is there, yield is different is there, healthiness is there. All the parameters which my handicap is, I cannot able to show the like a calculations and mathematical way, but I can show the practicals. That is my strength. Charged by HR. Like just by HR, we have not even taken out even twistful also. Everything once it is going out, it means charged only. Like you have seen in the morning, you have seen in the morning. Okay, I'll show you that also. Sunil might have dreamed it.
We have one more Abhimanyu.
This one like sometimes biochar when you are applying to the fields also, like farmyard manure we applied just before land preparation, we just broadcasted and then plowed back to the soil, and then crops has been, and in some places we have done with the row, in the rows only, specific rows only we have applied. And then even this turmeric you can see, there are like within the farm where biochar was applied, you have not seen. Once you go out, you can see also. This is the farm which I told about, the quarter acre. In the morning yesterday we made some experiment. In that quarter acre, I'll just share few details. 27 kilos of mustard I got it within the quarter acre of the land, out of which only half was applied the biochar and manure and soil. And then a 20 kilos of potatoes has come, a 3 kilos of garlic has come, a 15 kilos of chana has come, a 25 kilos of safflower has come, okay. And then and the tomatoes around 25 kilos it might have come, if I approximately I am telling. And then mustard this one, and then flax seed around 7 kgs I got it. Like that, if I just calculating, and so many greens, spinach is there, methi, intercultivation as intercultivation, it might have come 100 kilos of methi curry leaves, and then methi seeds around 5 kilos I got it. Like that, if I start calculating so many things, the yield become, in the quarter acre I am talking about. In the quarter acre, half I applied this, half I not applied.
It is after using biochar.
Biochar, manure,
Biochar compost, whatever.
and then soil.
We don't have a data of before it.
Before I don't have. Vaguely, I have not given irrigation that time, because why I did that place is, every year we used to go for rabi crops. This year, I think this is the 7th month we have not received the rainfall. 2 weeks back we received little bit of rain. It means you have to see the plants and everything is just starving for the water. So in that time I feel like I can provide little irrigation about the rain drip, and then we did all those things by giving little bit of water. So this is the two plants which we can see now, and some plants we can also go and see how we did it. And then like what I feel was, when I am applying of the biochar now in the cotton fields, especially chili fields, whatever the pollution which we have created in the soils, the first thing is, if you start applying the biochar, some extent it will be a better environment will happen. The plant will be little more healthiness. The healthiness will give you little better food, better environment I can say. So even the whatever the breathing which we are taking of the oxygen and other things also, if you are going into the field, that also will matters a lot. So like that, so wherever, and 1/2 acre, only biochar, only amrut gel. So we have given only 2 tractor loads of half acre land, 2 tractor loads of the biochar, not even applied the any manure, only charged biochar, charged even inoculated biochar can I say, not with the compost. Inoculate by Jivamrut biochar, 1 tractor load, and then one time Amrut gel was given in the flood irrigation. So in the half acre of that land with the irrigation conditions, 5 bags, it means 250 kilos of oats, Indian oats has harvested, around 3 quintals of wheat was harvested, around 7 kilos of mustard was harvested in the same field. So as a project, what we did, like creating awareness among the community is a very important aspect. So that's what the first step which we have done in collaboration in the project, and also meeting with the village elders and meeting with the farmers, explaining about it, how many acres, how much, so many things has been done at the village level, because since 25 years we have a strong association with the communities. So that's where my role is. So VIAC role is different, like this is my role, and bringing the biomass from the villages, like yesterday Sai Bhaskar said, no, mapping of everything. So Vikram has taken a lead role to mobilize the biomass and engaging the community, taking the data, even village level volunteers. So everyone, like it's not a small work. Village volunteer farmers need to be convinced, village volunteers need to be taken enough data, and mobilization planning, everything need to be done in the collection of biomass. So even before we make the standardization of the procedure for the biochar, so these things also different ways, ring of circle was used, and then pit method was used, kin method was used. There are several things were experimented. Finally, standardized method is different. What Sai Bhaskar says, pit method is very finalized. So charging with the biochar, with the Jivamrut, and making um, compost, and so many compost methods also we use. It's also like R&D for 1 year. So finally we could able to standardize what we can go with the, what we can charge with it. And also application. So when applying, sometimes we applied, if it is a land preparation is over, we are going to sow the seeds. In that time, only we did was in the row, only rows we applied, because we want to save the biochar in the uh, more cover area. So in the rows only we planted. Some places we applied in the land, some places on the root stems, because once the cotton crop is up, then we started giving little bit. That is also, so like you can see the different yields, wheats and oats and cotton and chilies, whatnot. Everything we can grow with the biochar and compost together. We feel like it's like very good.